Brent Abel here with you, Web Tennis, and the next tip for you on this series about the quote-unquote flat first serve is the direction where too often we make a mistake in terms of where we're aiming to play that first serve. You know, again, we talked about in the first tip, well, you know, it's flat. Well, we dispelled that with the geometry that, you know, very few humans in the world are tall enough to be able to stand back here behind the baseline, not foot fault, spike it straight down with any kind of power, get it over the net, and be able to keep it inside the service box. Number two was, we were saying, you know, too often you're thinking of that first serve as a winner opportunity, where realistically it's not. It's really a way to start the point and be able to do so where you stay in charge of that next shot. And then the third thing I want you to think about is the strategy of where do you want to serve. And I think you'd admit that too often what we do is we think, well, we're going to play the first flat serve to one of the two corners, either right at the tee or we take it out wide. And you know, the problem with that is instinctively we start thinking, you know what, are we really that accurate to where we can get it right on the tee, you know, as it gets away from our opponent as a winner, or you know, over to the alley where we can pick off that corner as well. And our thinking is that that's where we want to go, but the reality is we know we can't always get it there, so we end up bringing the ball inside the service box a little bit. And once you start getting a flat first serve, especially down the tee, where it starts to drift inside towards the middle, you're really going into the heart of someone's strike zone. And once you do that, the better players especially, they don't fear the big bomber that comes flat right there in the strike zone. So strategy-wise, I really want you thinking about a different place. And for me, where I go is I generally go right to the body. I mean, yes, sometimes I want to, you know, keep the opponent honest by thinking it's not always coming in right here to the body, but it's going to be to the tee or somewhere out wide. So, you know, maybe 10 or 15% of the time I'll go to the tee, 10 or 15% I'll go wide, but a big majority of the time I'm really trying to go flat, little bit of spin into that opponent's body and try to really time up, really try to tie up their stroke mechanics. And if they bunt the ball back, fine, I get a ball now where I can start the point and really be in charge. So this tip is really about getting you to think about a target, a strategy. Where do you want to place that first serve most of the time? For me, and what I'm going to encourage you to practice on, let's go to the body, both singles, both doubles, and you know, if you can get it in here on that forehand hip and the forehand side, great. If you go straight here, that's fine too. But I want you working on this. So any questions, any comments, feedback right below the video, let me know. Looking forward to helping you. Have a great day out there.